Hey, what's going on, guys? In this Elden Ring build video, I'm going to give you my updated New Game Plus Marais Master Executioner Blade build. This is a build that focuses primarily on strength and dealing tremendous damage with the Executioner Blade, one of my favorite swords in the game. Now, if you're new here, please sub to this channel with notifications on. I'd really appreciate it. Alright, so this is the Marais Executioner Sword. I have mine at +10. It has a unique skill called Eocade's Dancing Blade. Infuse the sword with energy, then fling it forwards in a corkscrew attack. The sword continuously deals damage while violently spinning. Charge the attack to increase the reach and duration of the spin. This sword has B scaling in Strength, E scaling in Dex, and D scaling in Arcane. You're going to need a strength of 24 to use this. You don't need any intelligence, you don't need any faith to use this, but you do need an arcane of 23 and a dex of 14. Alright, so my stats for the Marais Master Executioner Sword build without any extra enhancements from items and equipment and armor is my Vigor is going to be 40, Mind at 50, Endurance 25, Strength at 86, Dexterity at 25, Intelligence at 25, Faith at 40, and Arcane at 40. I have my Strength so high is because this weapon scales primarily with Strength, and you want it to do as much damage as possible. Second to that comes Arcane, but I decided to put Arcane at 40 along with Faith. The reason why I have my Mind so high is so I can have a lot of FP. My Endurance is at 25 because I am just comfortable with 25 Endurance. My Vigor is at 40 because I'm just comfortable having 40 in my Vigor. That gives you your health and stuff like that. And then Dexterity at 25, and then Intelligence at 25. I just decided there might be some skills or spells that I want to use later on, and it might require to have a 25 Intelligence and Dexterity. I can't really go and check every single little thing, but I think 25 is a safe number to have these stats at. My level is 252. This is definitely a New Game Plus build. Other equipment that I use for this build, for my finger seal, I go with the Gravelstone Seal plus 25. I use this because I have a couple of lightning spells on here that I'll talk about in just a second. For the headgear, I use the Marais Mask. Now this thing is good because it gives you a +1 in your Arcane. See, my Arcane's at 45, and then I equip this, it goes to 46. The other armor that I have doesn't really do anything. It's the Zamor armor. I basically have the Zamor armor on because I just think the Zamor armor just looks like the coolest armor in the game. For my talismans, the first one I've got is the Rotten Wing Sword Insignia. Greatly raises attack power with successive attacks. And then it's going to be Marais Sword Seal. Greatly raises Mind, Intelligence, Faith, and Arcane, but also increases damage taken by a similar measure. This raises your Arcane a few points, so that's why I have it on there. For my next artifact, I've got the Star Scourge Heirloom, a talisman engraved with a scene from Heroic Tale. It raises strength. I believe this raises strength like 5 points. And then finally we have the Shard of Alexander. This greatly boosts the attack power of skills, and skills we're talking about is going to be that Dancing Eocade. You definitely want that thing to do as much damage as possible. And for my mixed physic, I got the Leaden Heart tier that temporarily boosts poise, so I can use the skill a lot more often without getting interrupted from enemy attacks. And then we've got the Thorny Crack tier that temporarily boosts excessive attack power, so the special skill that comes with the Executioner's Blade is definitely considered a successive attack. Alright, so when it comes to the spells, I've got my standard 3. We've got Golden Vow for increased attack power and defense, and then there's Blessing of the Erd Tree. Basically, it gives you heals over time, and then this is Flame Grant Me Strength, creates an invigorating fire within that enhances physical and fire affinity attack power, so this basically helps with some fire spells, and it helps you hit harder with your weapon. Then we've got just regular heal, heals HP for the caster and nearby allies, because I have a lot of FP, so I'd rather spend that rather than use one of my HP flasks. And then we've got Lightning Spear. This is the reason why I have the Gravelstone Talisman on, or Finger Seal on there. Summons a Lightning Spear and hurls it before the caster. Charging causes a lightning bolt to strike at the point of impact. This thing does crazy amounts of damage, and it's really good to grab aggro from certain enemies or enemies. It can hit enemies that are very far away. Alright, and then we've got this Giant Flame Take Thee. This is a huge, massive fireball. Doesn't have a lot of range, so if something's coming towards you, you can just hurl this thing at it, and it will probably knock them back and then give you enough time to charge up the Executioner Blade. And then this Ancient Dragon's Lightning Strike. This is sort of like my cure-all whenever it comes to fighting enemies. If there's something that I just need to die like instantly or just take crazy amounts of damage because I'm not doing it with whatever I'm doing, this will do it. And then finally we got Barrier Gold, just in case I happen to fight somebody who's just shooting magic at me, because when you get those mages all bunched up, it can be super annoying, and they deal crazy amounts of damage unless you have Barrier of Gold.